you do the walk-up line.
Are going along the way they wanted them to, as far as the coaching staff or first ball is concerned.
The two teams met earlier, and it was the sixth game of the season when the Fergus Falls Community College Spartans defeated the Minneapolis Marauders, and they're looking for revenge, the Minneapolis team.
Well, I'll tell you what, according to Rick, Archie Clark, an all-conference, 6'1", all-conference sophomore, all-division, I think they should say, didn't play in that ball game. So they've got him back now, and he's a great ball player, and so he said this could really be quite a ball game.
One of the keys to that Clark situation, Andy, is that he leads the state colleges in three-point shooting.
Well, I'll tell you what, but the one thing is, Dave, when anyone comes in here in Fergus Falls, I had the privilege of watching Dave's teams play for 2 years when my boy Matt was playing for him. And I'll tell you what, Fergus ups their game a couple of notches when they play on this court, and they do a tremendous job. They always work so hard. I'm so impressed with it.
Well, I tell you what, sports fans, they got the lights shut out here like they usually do at the college as they are doing the introductions. We'll wait till they turn the lights back on and we'll give you ours, but just a little bit to tell you how they got here. Minneapolis got here by defeating Hibbing in the opening round 81-56. And then yesterday, Minneapolis defeated Anoka Ramsey 85-75. The Fergus Falls Community College got a squeaker as they got by Wilmer 78-72. And then yesterday, they upset the number one favored Mankato Bethany 94-88. And one thing that Minneapolis would like to do, they are the defending champions.
Well, I'll tell you what, they're working with the Spartans, and I realize that the Spartans had to work awful hard last night. Bethany has been a tremendous tournament team for a number of years. I remember going down and watching the state tournament for a couple of years in a row, and Bethany was very, very good out of Mankato. And the Spartans had to work real hard last night with that 94-88 victory over them. So that could be a difference in this ball game. But I'll tell you, I know one thing: Dave Retzlaff's team will be out here to play basketball, and he does an outstanding job of coaching. It's going to be quite a ball game.
I believe one change that Retzlaff would like to see this afternoon is yesterday his team was in foul trouble. He had 4 guys with 4 fouls midway into the second half, and he said earlier he'd like to cut down on that foul situation, and that's the way they won the ball game last night. They made 23 or 25 of 29 free throws, while Anoka Ramsey was like 9 for 21.
Right, okay, I'll tell you what, the one thing Dave does in his coaching, is he prepares for that situation because he plays a lot of kids. He's running kids in and out of there, and everybody on his team is willing to put out, and they all contribute to his game plan. So that's in favor of Fergus Falls.
All right, let's Let's go back to our studio for this word for 2 minutes, and we'll come back with the starting lineup for this afternoon's ball game.
Engine 5. What Jamestown natives received as a conference encourages politics to dream big dreams. And why again this year? The Community Northwest Bank is awarding 62 scholarships to deserving high school seniors.
No dream is impossible if you believe in yourself and are willing to make a tough choice.
Take the first step towards your dream. Visit your Community Northwest Bank and apply today.
The Westridge Mall is having a celebration Saturday, March 5th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come early and enjoy a free continental breakfast across from Ann's Hallmark. The rest of the day is filled with great family entertainment and hundreds of dollars in prizes to be drawn at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3:30 p.m. The Westridge Mall is a fun place to shop, and Saturday, March 5th is an extra special day. The mall is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free continental breakfast starts at 9 a.m. Come and join us.
Cooper's Office Supply at the corner of Lincoln and Mill in beautiful downtown Fergus Falls features a huge inventory of good, grade A, new and used office furniture priced up to 75% off. Their complete computer department has a great selection of hardware and software with a staff of knowledgeable personnel to assist you before and after your purchase. Cooper's stocks and services Panasonic copiers, endorsed by Hanson's Guidelines, an independent testing organization. For your office or your home, Cooper's can help you today. Introducing an easy way for any nonprofit organization to earn extra cash. Save your More4 register receipts and turn them in monthly. Approximately 3 weeks later, you'll receive a check from More4 for a 1% rebate on the total amount of all receipts. For application, stop by More4 and ask for Joe Monahan.
Leave the traffic problems to us. Otter Tail Minn-Dakota Coaches can take care of all your transportation needs. They have beautiful motor coaches, economical school buses, and vans. Let Otter Tail Minn-Dakota Coaches take your group on your next trip. They offer safety, service, and dependability.
Lawyers are sometimes regarded the same as referees in a football or basketball game. Necessary, but not well-liked. Many people too often think of a lawyer as a last resort, to be consulted only when a dispute seems likely to result in litigation. Disputes may be avoided at small cost by having agreements, contracts, and wills properly drafted and phrased in the first place. If you have questions about your legal rights after being injured, about wills, trusts, business matters, real estate, or family affairs, contact Haugrud Law Office in Fergus Falls.
Continuous improvement through sweeping change. It's how Cadillac is creating a higher standard with America's favorite luxury sedan, the 1994 Cadillac DeVille. Completely redesigned with more than 100 newly refined features, each created to keep the driving experience as rewarding as possible. There was, however, one feature that didn't change: the sticker price. The all-new Cadillac DeVille.
See Minnesota Motor, your Cadillac dealer in Fergus Falls.
Go like this.
All right, Tony Morrow, 6'1", freshman out of Minneapolis, will be at one guard, and Archie Clark, number 22, a 6-foot sophomore out of Escorus, Michigan, huh? Okay, Michigan. And then they go with number 10, Aaron Smith at a guard, at 6'1", a sophomore out of Cooper, Minnesota. And then they go with Jason Ekman, a 6'7" center out of Mounds View, Minnesota. And at a forward, Jason Mills out of St. Paul, Minnesota.
For the Fergus Falls Community College Spartans, they'll go with number 11, Brent Cole, 5'9" out of St. Francis. His other guard, Kevin Pearson, 6'5" out of Fergus Falls. At the forward, Reed Reeson, 6'5" out of Pelican Rapids. Jason Johnson, 6'5" out of Malacca. And Chris Casper, number 45, 6'6" for the Spartans. And we're ready to go. Tip up, batted away, and it's controlled by the Spartans. Goal. Goal. Brings it way back out front. Looks like a man-to-man on the defense.
Yeah, Pearson up on the high post and dumps it down to Casper, but he missed it inside. They got a little check
picked off by Ekman. Ekman brings Minneapolis into the front court. Holds it high over his head, drives the free throw line, now around, lays it up and in. He walks, but they didn't call it. Ekman gets 2, and Minneapolis takes the lead. Into the front, man's a horse. Into the front court for the Otters, Roysum. Roysum needs some help, and he's going to be tied up in a turnover for the Spartans as they put the pressure on.
Mr. Ekman out of Mounds View, number 50 out there, 6'7" kid, is no skinny kid. He's a big, big man, I'll tell you. Got their first bucket.
Morrow, bounce pass in the corner, Ekman. Ekman pumps from about 6. He got it. Ekman with 4. Quickly.
They have their hands full trying to stop him.
Pass goes in underneath. Castor got 2.
Nice pass from Kevin Pearson inside.
Clark on the far side. Morrow goes in underneath to the big guy. Ekman puts it up. Won't go. Rebound comes off to the Spartans. Castor out front. Goal. Top of the key. Looking for a little help. Tries the left-handed dribble around the left side. Flips it off Johnson. Johnson comes. Bounce pass in underneath. Out front now to Pearson. Pearson puts up a 3. Won't go. Rebound comes off Johnson. He puts it up. Bounces around and in. 6'5" Johnson gets 2, and we're tied at 4.
Spartans had good ball movement that time, Dave.
Clark on the far side. To Morrow. Morrow goes in underneath. Miles lays it up, and he got 2. 6-4.
He's an all-division player for him, number 55, Miles, 6'4", tough kid.
Gall into the front court. Chased by Clark. Top of the key. Turns, drives the lane. Puts it up, won't go. We're going to have a foul, I believe, on Miles. The littlest man going against the big guy.
Yeah, I tell you what, there's the little guy going in and knocks the trees, that's for sure. But he's going to shoot 2.
Goal.
That's what you have to do.
5'9" senior, or sophomore, excuse me. Right-hander puts it up, don't go.
Free throw is going to be a key. Anytime you're playing a championship game, it's always a key.
Gall coming out of St. Francis, Minnesota, puts this one up. He got it. 1 for 2 from the line, and it's 6-5 Spartans. Clark out front. Miles on the near side. Miles with 3, and he's got 5.
Check with Nelson down there. She's 44.
Kastner with 2, and he's got 4 points. We got a 44 in the ball game here. We don't have a 44. Clark with the ball. Goes in the corner to Morrow. Morrow pumps it up. Won't go. Rebound. Batted away. Comes off to Pearson. Pearson to Gall. Gall into the front court. And it goes off to Pearson. And he's going to be fouled, I believe, by number 44 if we figure out who it is.
But 44 is Aaron Smith. They got it wrong there. They'll make that change.
Got it. Aaron Smith picks up his first foul. Second team foul. Gall out front for the Spartans. Man-to-man on the defense. Roysum gets it out front. Pearson at the top of the key. Back behind the dribble, drives the free throw line, goes in the corner to Gall. Gall tries to drive the baseline, and he throws it away, and it goes off of Smith out of bounds. Spartans will bring it underneath.
I'll tell you, this Minneapolis team, Dave, is a physical bunch. Those 2 big boys underneath, they're tough.
Pearson to Roysum out front. Gall. Pearson on the far side. Cross-court pass. Roysum puts it up. He got 3. Reed Roysum out of Pelican Rapids with 3. And it's 10-9. 16-19 to go. Beautiful pass goes in underneath Ekman. He lays it up and in, and he's got 6.
I'll tell you, Ekman is a horse, and Clark gave him a beautiful pass.
Gall on the far side for the Spartans. Goes to the corner to Pearson. In underneath. Basket put up by Kastner. No good. Rebounding is Smith. to Clark. Clark's going to put up a three. Won't go. Rebound. Comes off Johnson. Johnson gets it off Kastner. Kastner gives it to Gall. Gall comes to the top of the key. Goes back on the far side. Bounce pass goes in underneath Kastner. Kastner goes in underneath Gall. Johnson puts it up from about three. He's got four.
Nice ball movement again, Dave. That's where you get your buckets against good defense.
12-11. The Spartans out in front. Clark comes to the top of the key. Goes on the far side, Morrow. Morrow tries to drive the corner. Nowhere to go. Back out front, Ekman. Ekman with the ball. Comes on the near side, Smith. In under to Clark. Clark turns from the baseline. Pumps. He got it.
That was a nice fadeaway outside that.
13-12. Into the front court comes Gall. Picked up there by Smith. Goes in underneath Kastner. Kastner takes it off the glass. Won't go. Rebound Clark. Clark comes down on the far side. Looking for a little help. Comes to the top of the key on the near side, Smith. Smith in underneath Ekman. Almost loses it. Chased there by Pearson. Way out front. Miles in the corner. Morrow, he drives, lays it off the glass and in.
On the weak side. It was a great move.
Minneapolis takes the lead, 15-12. Gall's pass goes in underneath, intended for Kastner, and he's going to be fouled, reaching over the back.
I'll tell you what, David, Kastner's going to have to play real big today because they're bumping him a little bit. He's going to do a couple of shots inside because he's getting bumped, and if he lets that bother him, they're really going to be hurting.
Third team foul in the corner. Here's Kastner with 6, and it's 15-14 Minneapolis. Bringing it into the front court across the 10-second line is Clark. Chased there by Goal, comes to the near side. For a little help, gets it out front. Morrow back to Clark. Clark goes in underneath Ekman. Ekman lays it off the glass and in. 8 for Ekman, and they're getting the easy buckets right in the paint.
Yeah, they're really passing the ball well. They're packing it inside. The Sorensen kid that hit that last shot for Fergus Falls, he's a long line of Sorensens out of Appleton, playing for Lakapari now, but great basketball family.
Oh, rebound comes off to Johnson, and he's going to be fouled.
That's going to be a 2-shot foul. Yeah, he was shooting the ball.
And we got a little fight, a little scramble on the court. Kastner didn't like that being pushed around by number 55, Miles. Pretty soon we're going to have to do a little boxing match here, left and a right to the body and a jab here, but they got them separated.
I can afford to have anybody sit out for the rest of the game. It's a championship game. They're going to pull their heels out there a little bit.
You're absolutely right. That foul went on number 44, Smith. He has his second foul. That's the 4th team foul.
I'll tell you, Minneapolis playing some very aggressive defense, and Dave's kids always do too, but Minneapolis seems to be a little more physical, so Fergus is going to have to keep their head.
Johnson goes to the line. The right-hander pumps it up and in. He got it. 5 for Johnson.
Johnson's a nice shooter, Dave. He's got a nice rotation on the ball. Out of Mille Lacs, Minnesota.
Up and in with the second one. 6 for Johnson, and it's 17-16 Minneapolis. 13:30 to go as Clark just walks it into the front court. On the near side, Miles in underneath the Ekman. He drives that baseline, lays it up, don't go. Rebound comes off to Miles, and we're going to have a foul called. They're getting that easy bucket underneath, Andy.
Oh, yeah, I tell you, they took a shot at trying to get a steal, and they missed it, and that just put them in Minneapolis is in a 5-against-4 situation, so Little Gall had to come on the weak side and try to whack it with the ball on Big Miles. He's a big horse in there, so they couldn't do much about that one.
Going to the line will be Miles. He's got 5 points. That'll be the first trip to the line for the Minneapolis Marauders, and he'll shoot a pair. Right-hander pumps it up and in. 6 for Miles. 18-16 with 13-18 showing on the clock here in the first half. Miles averaging 19 points a ball game, puts this one up. He got it. 7 for Jason Miles, and it's 19-16 as Gall walks it into the front court for the Spartans. Comes on the near side, Johnson. Back to Gall.
He's in a little zone, a 1-2-2 zone right now, Dave. Fergus moving that ball, but they're
Sorensen
got a hand on it.
Sorensen throws it away, but they batted out of bounds by Morrow, so the Spartans will bring it in. Pearson will handle. Gets it out front to Gall. Gall at the top of the key. Comes on the near side to Sorensen. Back to Gall. He drives in the corner to Pearson. Pearson puts up a 3. Bounces, don't go. Rebound high on the board to Miles for Minneapolis. And the Spartans are getting but one shot.
Yep, that's all. Minneapolis is a big ball club, and they were in a zone, and they had the buckets covered.
A nice move that time by Ekman. He puts it up and in for 10. What a move he put on Johnson that time under the bucket.
Hey, great move. He's a product of Ziggy Cowles, the coach down at Mountain View, coached for years down there. He's still coaching, and Ziggy was a great offensive player when he played for Hamlin, and he always teaches his kids that type of thing.
Chris Kastner picks up his first foul. Substitution coming into the ball game is Freilich coming in for the Spartans. And at the line goes number 50, Ekman. He'll shoot the one, puts it up, in and out, won't go.
Dave's trying to get a few more.
Oh, and they threw it right over the head of Sorensen on the inbound pass. Sorensen was walking the wrong way, so it'll come all the way down and go out of bounds.
Dave's trying to get a little more size by putting Todd Freilich from Melrose in there. He's a big boy, 6'6".
Unofficially, I have the Spartans with 3 turnovers as Clark comes to the near side. Top of the key, Morrow, Smith, Clark from about 10. He got it.
Minneapolis just moving until they got a nice shot.
Gall at the top of the key. Pass intended for Johnson in the corner is batted out of bounds by a hustling Morrow, and the lackadaisical passing here early in the ball game. Pearson handles. He gets it into Gall. 23-16, the biggest lead for Minneapolis. Johnson with the ball. Johnson pumps it up. He got it. Or excuse me, that's Sorensen. Sorensen with 4. Down pass in the corner. Morrow, and I believe we're going to have a blocking foul. Everybody thinks that should be a charge, but they're going to call a blocking foul, I believe, on Pearson.
Toughest play in basketball for the official to call. Toughest play in basketball. I'll tell you, when people take the ball to the basket, when the kid takes the ball to the basket, usually good things happen, and that's what they're doing there.
Third team foul against the Spartans. Bringing it in on the far side, Ekman. Ekman way out front on the far side to Clark. Clark on the near side. Morrow, he's going to pump one up from the corner. Won't go. Rebound comes off Spartans. Gall into the front court. Little left-hander drives, tries to pass in under the caster, and it's another turnover for the Spartans. Unofficially, I have them with 4.
Wow, this is Gall. This is Gall getting another foul, and Fergus can't afford that. They need a little night guard. He's got to run things for him. Got to watch what he's doing.
11:23 to go, first period. 23-19, Minneapolis out in front. Community College Championship basketball game.
Fergus back in a man-to-man again.
Comes on the near side, Ekman. Ekman tries to drive. Turns, lays it off the glass. There's another one inside the paint. 12 for Ekman.
Beautiful move by Ekman.
Goal into the front court. On the far side, Sorensen. Back to Gall. In the corner to Pearson. He fakes. Nowhere to go with it. Way out front. Throws it right into the hands of Smith. He drives, lays it off the glass and in. And I think they need a timeout here pretty soon. And there it is. Dave Retzlaff calls for a timeout. 10:41 to go here in the first half of the ball game. Minneapolis leads at 27-19. Let's go back to our studio for this word.
Cooper's Office Supply at the corner of Lincoln and Mill in beautiful downtown Fergus Falls features a huge inventory of good, grade A, new and used office furniture priced up to 75% off. Their complete computer department has a great selection of hardware and software with a staff of knowledgeable personnel to assist you before and after your purchase. Cooper's stocks and services Panasonic copiers, Endorsed by Hansen's Guidelines, an independent testing organization. For your office or your home, Cooper's can help you today. Introducing an easy way for any nonprofit organization to earn extra cash. Save your More4 register receipts and turn them in monthly. Approximately 3 weeks later, you'll receive a check from More4 for a 1% rebate on the total amount of all receipts. For application, stop by More4 and ask for Joe Monahan.
Leave the traffic problems to us. Otter Tail Minn-Dakota Coaches can take care of all your transportation needs. They have beautiful motor coaches, economical school buses, and vans. Let Otter Tail Minn-Dakota Coaches take your group on your next trip. They offer safety, service, and dependability.
Two zone being played by there's another turnover being played by Minneapolis. Down court pass. Layup no good by Morrow, and coming off is the Spartans with the rebound.
I'll tell you what, Fergus is going to have to get some movement so they can take away that passing lane situation that Minneapolis has got. They're cutting off the passing lanes, Dave.
Gall puts up a three, but no good. Rebound comes off to Morrow, and they got to get some rebounds. On the far side, Morrow out front, Ekman. Ekman top of the key. Comes on the near side. Dillon way out front. Clark puts it up. Won't go. Rebound comes off to the Spartans.
He's had a couple of nice rebounds since he's gotten in there.
And Pearson has it batted away on the far side by Morrow, and I think Minneapolis is just out hustling the Spartans right now.
They've got them confused. They're playing the passing lanes, and Fergus is not moving enough to open up passing lanes, and that's really, you're right, they got them confused.
Roysum comes back into the ball game, along with Johnson for the Spartans. Gall out front at the top of the key. On the near side, Sorensen.
Man-to-man there.
Roysum to Gall. The little guy drives, and he just throws it up and in.
Whoa, what a shot down low. He went in there, he knew he was getting fouled, he just threw it up high on the board and dropped it up. Good move.
You talked a little bit earlier about the little guy in the woods. There it was. He just threw it up in the air and ducked his head. He thought he was going to get hammered, and he did.
I'll tell you, Minneapolis is switching up their defense very well. Usually Retzlaff is very good at that and takes advantage of that. It's disturbing Fergus because Minneapolis is cutting off the passing lane.
So Gall will go to the line. He's 1 for 2 from the line with 3 points. 27-21. He got it. 27-22 Minneapolis. Into the front court comes Clark. I don't see Smith. He must have went down in the locker at halftime. Or, excuse me, at the timeout. Out front, Clark. Clark comes to the near side, looking for a little help. Now he pumped it up from about 10. Don't go. Rebound comes off to the Spartans. Roysum, who got a whistle on the play.
Tell you what, if you go after the ball, that's what's going to happen.
That foul on Schultz, a 16th foul against Minneapolis. Gall walks it into the front court, takes a look at the clock, 8:54 to go. Chased out front there by Clark. Cross-court pass. Freilich pass goes in underneath. Johnson turns and gets 2.
Johnson's having a mighty fine game.
8 for Johnson. Quickly into the front court. Clark on the far side. Brings it back out front. Goes on the far side now to Schultz. Schultz bounce pass in underneath. Is intended for Miles. Turnover number 2 is all I have for Minneapolis.
That's helped the Fergus Falls cause. They were playing the passing lanes very well that time. Caused the turnover.
Gall slows it down now. Gets it into the front court, top of the free throw lane, on the far side. In the corner to Johnson. Gall with the ball. Left-hander dribbles, little guy pumps, won't go, rebound, gets it again himself, fakes, bunks back out front. Sorensen goes in underneath. To Freilich, and they say he walked with the ball. Unofficially, I have the turnovers at 6. Clark slows it down. 7:57 to go here in the first half. On the near side, Smith. Miles on the far side, goes in underneath. Shot put up by Smith, no good. Rebound comes off to the Spartans.
Really with a beautiful rebound, and they're on the run.
Johnson puts up it, he got a three. 11 for Johnson, and they're right back in it at 27 all. Clark into the front court. That brought the Spartan fans to life. On the far side, Morrow. He fakes, drives the baseline. He puts it up. Rebound don't go. Comes off to Minneapolis.
I'll tell you, Gall was a little too short over there. Clark just out-jumped him. Gall had good position, but he couldn't get it.
Far side, Morrow. Morrow to Clark. Clark left it, goes on the far side. Morrow's pass intended for Miles is knocked out of bounds by a hustling Fraley.
Much more intense on defense right now. They're cutting the passing lanes off with a good strong hit. Fraley gave him some tremendous minutes in there, defensively and on the board, Dave.
Pearson and Kastner come back into the ballgame for the Spartans, along with number 32 Dolan in for Minneapolis. Out front, Clark. Clark comes on the near side. Smith. Clark. Morrow. Bounce pass in underneath. Clark, he turns, puts it up. Don't go.
Boy, they went right down to the end of the clock on that one.
Kastner to Pearson. Pearson for three. He got it. And they're on the roll. 30-27. The Spartans back out in front at the 6:30 mark. Into the front court. Clark goes on the far side to Morrow. Morrow's pass goes in underneath and batted away and saved by beautiful play by Brent Gall.
Oh, beautiful. That ball up in the air and could pick up Pearson for the pass.
Gall out front, Pearson for another three. Bounces off, won't go. Rebound comes off. Number 55, Miles. And they're on the board.
Oh, yeah. They're strong on the board.
Clark.
That's a run. You can see that. When they run, they have their tempo.
Clark slows it down. He's just going to stand just across the 10-second line, wipes some sweat off himself, stands there and looks at the referee. 5:46 to go.
What Minneapolis is trying to do there is control the tempo, so they're slowing it up, running it down till the clock. It's at 7 now, 6.
And they're going to call a charging foul as he went in the lane with 7 seconds to go. A charging foul is going to be called again, I believe, on number 22. Let's see who they give it to. Clark is first.
We could see that coming from up here. He waited around too long, and everybody, about 3 Spartans took after it to get the position.
And with 5:37 to go here in the first half, the Fergus Falls Spartans out in front of Minneapolis 30-27. Go back to our studio for this word.
Lawyers are sometimes regarded the same as referees in a football or basketball game. Necessary, but not well liked. Many people too often think of a lawyer as a last resort, to be consulted only when a dispute seems likely to result in litigation. Disputes may be avoided at small cost by having agreements, contracts, and wills properly drafted and phrased in the first place. If you have questions about your legal rights after being injured, about wills, trusts, business matters, real estate, or family affairs, contact Haugrud Law Office in Fergus Falls.
Continuous improvement through sweeping change. It's how Cadillac is creating a higher standard with America's favorite luxury sedan, the 1994 Cadillac DeVille. Completely redesigned with more than 100 newly refined features, each created to keep the driving experience as rewarding as possible. There was, however, one feature that didn't change: the sticker price. The all-new Cadillac DeVille.
See Minnesota Motor, your Cadillac dealer in Fergus Falls.
Well, the big boy, Jason Ekman, the 6'7" sophomore's back in the ballgame now. He's got 12 points. Let's see if it makes a difference for Minneapolis.
Oh, he's a player. I'll tell you, when you got Ekman, Miles, and Clark all averaging 19 to 20 points a ball game, I mean, it's going to make a difference.
Ratty came into the ballgame at the timeout for the Spartans. In the corner to Roysum. Roysum goes in underneath to Kastner, and a beautiful play. He lays it up and in.
Kastner really sealed him off in there. Nice play.
6 for Kastner. 32-27. Spartans by 5. Morrow. Long cross-court pass to Smith. Out front, Miles. Miles gives it to Morrow. He drives, he lays it up and in.
Penetration again. Got to stop that.
Pearson quickly into the front court, drives the baseline. Nowhere to go, comes way back out front. Kastner, he drives, but he walks with it. Could see that one.
Yeah, a little too much for the big guy. He's trying to drive from the three-point line.
Ekman will handle it. He gives it off to Clark. Clark met out front there by Roddy.
Spartans win a 1-3-1.
On the near side, Smith pass all alone, goes in underneath to Ekman. The big guy laid it up and in, he's got 14.
They're actually in a 2-3 zone. They camouflaged it like a 1-3-1, and there was a big hole in there, and Ekman just found the hole.
Pass in underneath Kastner, lays it up around and in. Nice pass again from Pearson.
Kastner, they're finding a hole in there too.
34th, 31, 4:14 to go. First period, and driving and laying it up, no good for Smith. And we're going to see what they call. The ball rolled out of bounds. Ekman jumped out of bounds. They're going to give it to the Spartans.
Well, they got to keep Ekman off the board, though. He went in there freewheeling, and it was just lucky that ball didn't. There was a poor bounce, so it went on the floor, and he couldn't dig it out. Otherwise, he had a putback real easy.
Frelick back into the ball game for the Spartans. Roddy brings him into the front court. Comes on the near side. Pearson, top of the key. Roysum goes in underneath. Frelick lays it up. He got two. Todd Frelick.
Frelick's playing a game of his life here. He's having a great ball.
36-31. Ekman, top of the key. On the near side, Smith pumps up a three. Won't go. Rebound comes off to the Spartans. And he throws it away, and a pass intended for Pearson on the fast break. And now they steal it back. No, now Ekman got it back, and we're going to have a foul called. No, they say he walked with the ball.
Well, there was Fergus again, and he got his hands in there. Kastner got his hands in there, and the big guy for Minneapolis walked with it.
Ekman grabbed the ball.
Really hustled him there.
Rada?
Rodeye.
Okay, Rodeye is the way they pronounce that number 23, they say. So he has the ball. Rodeye looking for a little help. Goes in the corner to Roysum. He fakes. Bounce pass in underneath. Kastner won't go. Rebound comes off Miles.
Okay, we might not be able to pronounce his name, but we know he's from Fargo North.
Oh, and we're going to have a foul called on number 55, Miles, away from the ball. And that's team foul number 8. And he just flattened Chris Kastner. Away from the ball, he was running, and Kastner was just standing, and he just plowed into him. Throwed a nice block if Stubbe would have been listening.
Oh, I tell you, it's a physical ball game, and I tell you, that's where they want to play. They play up and down. It's an intense game.
6'6" Chris Kastner going to the line. He's averaging 22 points a ball game for the Spartans, and he's got but 8 here in the first period. There, he's up, no good. Rebound comes off, picked off by Roysum in the corner to Pearson. Pearson for 3. And it puts the Spartans up by 8 with 2:50 to go here in the first half. On the near side, Smith. Morrow puts it up. He got it.
Oh, he used it last night. He's a nice ball player.
Into the front court comes Goal. Goal to Pearson. Pearson's cross-court pass. Roysum puts it up. He got 2.
Roysum from Pelican Rapids and Kevin Pearson from Fergus Falls. I think Dave Retzlaff likes that.
Ekman with the ball. Points at Clark, tells him where to go. Now he gives it to Clark way out front, top of the key. Tries to drive, nowhere to go, loses it, turnover. Into the front court comes Pearson. Pearson, he's going to put it up and in. Nice move. 8 points for Pearson. And the Spartans go up by 10 after being down by 7. And they got the crowd on their side now. Morrow. In underneath. Miles puts it up. No go. Rebound. Comes off Royston of the Spartans. Royston to Pearson on the far side. Pearson back to goal. Goal chased by Clark. Comes to the top of the key. Backs it off now. Looks for a little help. 17 seconds on the shot clock. To Royston at the top of the key, and he throws it away on a pass intended for Kastner.
Now the Spartans call, they call the play ram, and Coach Retzlaff uses this a lot. He'll flash a guy high, and then he tries to drop it into their low man. And the angle wasn't quite right, so they just couldn't get it in there.
Clark brings him into the front court. 1:14 to go here in the first period. Pass goes in underneath to the big guy, Ekman. Ekman's double team. He turns, puts it off the glass. Don't go. Kastner on the rebound for the Spartans.
Difference in the ball game, Dave, is that Ekman's not scoring anymore.
Radeye. Top of the key, tries to drive, nowhere to go. Gives it to Pearson, who got a whistle away from the ball. Let's see if they call it.
I think it's on Kastner.
Kastner for pushing, they say. Second one on Kastner. 15 foul against the Spartans. Minneapolis brings it in with 46 seconds into the front court. Clark drives the middle, and a pass intended for Miles goes out of bounds. Another turnover. The Spartans will bring it in.
Oh, and Clark quick, but that play, I don't think Shaq could have caught that ball. He threw that way too hard. He's 6 feet away, and he just rammed it through there.
Full court pressure being put on here now with 39 seconds to go. Goal slows it down. Comes into the front court now. Tries to drive the near side. Drives the baseline. Little guy lays it up and in. 6 for goal. 45-33. Clark with the ball. Holds up his hand for one shot. 17 seconds showing on the thing. You hear the Spartans fans starting to clap their hands now. The gym is jam-packed here at Fergus Falls. Almost loses it. Now he drives, and we're going to have a charging foul call, I believe. The same thing they did earlier. Waited for the gap and then charged.
Yeah, that one's foul. That ball could have gone either way, but if I would have been him, I'd be going to take a jump shot, Dave. He had the open shot.
4 seconds to go. Laying it up, no good is Freilich, and at the buzzer, the Fergus Falls Community College Spartans lead the Minneapolis Marauders for the championship game, 45-33. Let's go back to our studio for 2 minutes.
New water heater, and you'll get a rebate from Otter Tail Power Company.
That's what my daddy did. We used the money we got to buy Snuffy, Janet, Charles, this new clock, a jump rope, a new bedspread, and here's my new radio and my new outfit.
Replace your water heater and choose off-peak service. You'll get a rebate of $50 to $320 at a low off-peak rate, only from Otter Tail Power Company.
A 45-inch TV and a snowmobile and...
Fergus Falls Community College is a great place to start, no matter how far you want to go. Quality academics and affordability are just a couple of the reasons people choose Fergus Falls Community College. Call today.
Now more than ever, here at Warner Auto Center, we offer variety, selection, and money-saving deals.
See Warner's special purchase of rental return vehicles, Olds Achieva, Cutlass Sierra, and Olds 88, Pontiac Grand Ams, Grand Prix, Sunbirds, and Bonnevilles. Plus in Warner Chrysler Center, Plymouth Acclaim, Sundance, Dodge Dynasty, and Shadow. Warner's is the area's largest minivan store with a huge selection of Dodge Caravans and Plymouth Voyagers. These rental return vehicles will save you dollars and give you miles of dependable driving.
All at Warner Auto Center, Fergus Falls.
Since the early 1900s, Nelson Brothers Printing and its staff of professionals has consistently provided the Fergus Falls area with fast, high-quality printing services, assuring you of the best product at the best price. Nelson Brothers features Macintosh desktop publishing with the capability to translate dozens of Macintosh and IBM programs. From initial design to printing of the final product, Nelson Brothers experts will complete any printing job to your total satisfaction and deliver it on time. Plus, they'll label, sort, and mail your printing with their bulk mail service. Nelson Brothers Printing, the print shop with the blue awnings. The Westridge Mall is having a celebration Saturday, March 5th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come early and enjoy a free continental breakfast across from Ann's Hallmark. The rest of the day is filled with great family entertainment and hundreds of dollars in prizes to be drawn at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3:30 p.m. The Westridge Mall is a fun place to shop, and Saturday, March 5th is an extra special day. The mall is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free continental breakfast starts at 9 a.m. Come and join us.
Fergus Tire wants to serve you. No job is too big or too small, and they have quality Goodyear tires to match most any vehicle. For their best Goodyear prices, check out the weekly special and take advantage quick. Even if your vehicle doesn't have a need for new Goodyears, Fergus Tire can supply you with Goodyear Certified Auto Service. Make your appointment today for service for your vehicle from the ground up from Fergus Tire, 222 Cavour Avenue in downtown Fergus Falls.
Hello, I'm Perry with the Computer Place. We believe our service and support is best described by our customers.
In choosing computers, we do shop around the competition, and Perry was always very competitive in his prices.
Perry kept telling us that, you buy from us and we'll give you the service, we'll guarantee you good service that you're not going to find anyplace else.
The Computer Place, now at 2 locations to better serve you.
The final 2 years of high school are busy times in your life. Homework, sports, proms, and work. At the same time, you should be planning for college. Norwest Bank can help. This is all that is standing between you and the answers you need about student loans. Please call our Student Loan Center at 1-800-658-3567 for your educational financing needs, or stop at Norwest Bank to inquire about Norwest free checking and savings accounts. Find out how, find out now. Come to expect the best at Norwest Bank, downtown Fergus Falls.
In a recent Minnesota Department of Small Business survey, over 2/3 of area cable subscribers said that the local programming on Lake Region Community Television is an important part of their regular TV viewing. The Fergus Falls Community College Spartan Boosters support Spartan athletics. Membership is on the rise, with over 100 people now proud Spartan Boosters. Recently, the Boosters purchased a new video camera and have allocated money for construction of baseball and softball dugouts. Join the Spartan Boosters today. Cost is $15 for a family and $10 for an individual. Dave Olson of Federated Insurance is happy to help bring you the Men's State Community College basketball tournament. Stop in and see Dave at Federated Insurance, 125 North Union Avenue, for all your business insurance needs.
They really started moving the ball, and then they got their shots.
I think another thing that showed up, like you mentioned the word earlier a little bit, that they got a little tired, and I think Retzi, like he subbed there, he brought in that red eye, he brought in Freilich, he brought in Sorensen off the bench and was shuffling back and forth, and Rat-Eye done an excellent job of running out of that fourth guard.
You bet he did. You bet he did. He had to give Carl a little rest. He did a nice job of it.
And I think Clark, what a marvelous ball player. He's only down to 4 points, but I'll tell you what, he's playing the pressure defense, and that has to wear him down out front there.
Yeah, you bet. I tell you what, I think Coach Pivick is going to expect more out of his point guard, Clark. He's not an all-division player and come up with the stats that he had here for today so far, the first half. So I think we're going to see something out of him.
We're about set to go here with second half action. Let's check them as they come out. Kastner comes out along with Roysum, Pearson, Gall, Johnson, the way they started the ball game. Ekman, Smith, Morrow, Miles, and Clark for the... So they're starting the same way they started the ball game. They go on the far side. Smith has it taken away.
They tried to do the same thing they did to start the ball game too, pack it into Ekman, and Spartans knocked it away.
Looks like a 2-3 zone being played now as Roysum with the ball to Gall. Gall tries to drive the corner, back out Roysum. Roysum fakes his three-pointer. Cross court Pearson. Pearson fakes a three. Cross court Gall. Gall's going to drive the corner. The little guy nowhere to go. Gets it back out front Johnson. Johnson goes in underneath. Castro turns, rolls off, won't go. Rebound batted out. Roysum picks it off the floor. Goes to Pearson. Pearson in and out, won't go. Roysum on the rebound again. Way out front to Gall.
Oh, they really hustled after that ball.
A 1-2-2 zone, it looks like, Andy.
Yes, it is.
Gall. Top of the key. Pearson. Nowhere to go. Gets it out front. Gall fakes. Comes to the free throw line. Gives it on the near side. Johnson puts up. He got three.
Get those. They're going to win this ball game. That was a nice setup and a nice three-pointer by Johnson.
Second three-pointer for Johnson, and it's 48-33. Coming into the front court, Clark. Clark comes to the top of the key. Comes on the near side, Morrow. Bounce pass in underneath Miles. He turns, puts it off the glass, won't go. Rebound, Gall.
The little guy got up there and got that board. The Spartans showed man-to-man, or showed zone, but then really played man-to-man. They're trying to disguise their defense.
In the corner to Johnson. Out front, Gall on the far side. Gall goes in under Roysum. He fakes. On the near side, Pearson. He drives the baseline. He puts one up from about 10. He got it.
Real difficult shot.
50 to 33 Spartans. Morrow in underneath Miles. Back to Morrow. He drives the baseline. He pumps from about 10. Won't go. Rebound batted and goes out of bounds. They say it's off the hands of Ekman. The Spartans will bring it in.
Well, Pearson got his hands up and made that a difficult shot. Johnson did the other job on the other side. Right, and Ekman for the rebound.
Miller is going to come into the ball game. And going out is Morrow. Miller, a 6'3" senior. As Gall brings the Spartans into the front court. Slows it down, just walks it into the front court. They're up 50-33. Bounce pass Roysum on the far side. Corner Johnson. Johnson back out Gall. Gall holds the ball on the far side. Pearson comes in on the near side. He fakes in the corner to Johnson. He puts up a three. He got it.
Cautious with it, but penetrating that zone, popping it back out, and the guys are standing outside shooting threes. Nice threes by Johnson.
That was a nice move by Pearson, though. He got around the guy, and if the center wouldn't have moved in to get him, he could have went in for the layup. When he did, flipped it off in the corner to Johnson. Nice move. Clark. Top of the key. Comes on the near side. Smith. Bound pass in underneath Miles. Pass back to Smith, and it goes off his hands out of bounds. And with that, the Minneapolis Marauders call for a timeout. 53-33, the Spartans by 20 here in the championship ball game. Let's go back to our studio for this word.
The Westridge Mall is having a celebration Saturday, March 5th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come early and enjoy a free continental breakfast across from Ann's Hallmark. The rest of the day is filled with great family entertainment and hundreds of dollars in prizes to be drawn at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3:30 p.m. The Westridge Mall is a fun place to shop, and Saturday, March 5th is an extra special day. The mall is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free continental breakfast starts at 9 a.m. Come and join us.
Cooper's Office Supply at the corner of Lincoln and Mill in beautiful downtown Fergus Falls features a huge inventory of good, grade A, new and used office furniture priced up to 75% off. Their complete computer department has a great selection of hardware and software with a staff of knowledgeable personnel to assist you before and after your purchase. Cooper's stocks and services Panasonic copiers, endorsed by Hanson's Guidelines, an independent testing organization. for your office or your home, Cooper's can help you today.
Comes to the top of the free throw line, chased by Smith. Clark, Gall. Pearson's bounce pass. He's underneath Johnson, turns, bounces around, won't go. Rebound comes off to the big boy, Ekman.
There was that favorite play of Retzlaff's again, that ram play where he brings the guy to the high post.
There was a nice move by Clark that time, right up the pipe.
He can do it.
He missed it. Pearson with the rebound. Gall into the front court. Little fancy dribbling there. Top of the key. On the far side, Pearson. He drives, lays it off and in. Nice move. 12 for Pearson, and they go up 55-33. Clark on the near side. Miller back out front. Ekman top of the key. Far side Smith puts up a three. Won't go, and a little goal on the rebound again. Down court pass. Royston lays it off the end, put back up and in by Johnson.
Nice hustle by Johnson following up that shot. You always want to follow up that shot. You never know when they're going to miss it.
57-33 Spartans, and with that, Minneapolis calls for another timeout. 16:03 to go. Let's go back to our studio for this word.
Lawyers are sometimes regarded the same as referees in a football or basketball game. Necessary, but not well liked. Many people too often think of a lawyer as a last resort, to be consulted only when a dispute seems likely to result in litigation. Disputes may be avoided at small cost by having agreements, contracts, and wills properly drafted and phrased in the first place. If you have questions about your legal rights after being injured, about wills, trusts, business matters, real estate, or family affairs, contact Haugrud Law Office in Fergus Falls.
Continuous improvement through sweeping change. It's how Cadillac is creating a higher standard with America's favorite luxury sedan, the 1994 Cadillac DeVille. Completely redesigned with more than 100 newly refined features, each created to keep the driving experience as rewarding as possible. There was, however, one feature that didn't change: the sticker price. The all-new Cadillac DeVille.
See Minnesota Motor, your Cadillac dealer in Fergus Falls.
16:03 showing on the clock here. 57-33. The Spartans leading, and on the far side, Schultz will handle for Minneapolis. He gets it to Smith. Smith comes to the top of the key on the near side. Morrow, top of the key, Schultz. Schultz bounce pass, far side, Smith. Smith back out front, Miles top of the key. Morrow drives, won't go. Rebound comes off Miles and is stolen by Gall. In the corner to Royston. Cross-court back Pearson. He fakes a three, comes back on the near side of Royston. Beautiful pass, goes in underneath the Kastner. 10 points for Kastner. Smith drives, and I believe he's going to be fouled on the way in. Reaching in, they called a foul on Royston.
Wow, they called a continuation there, Dave. Kid really blew in there, though. That was a great play by him. I'll tell you, Fergus is really intense on defense right now. There aren't very many holes in there. They're quick to the ball. They're going after the ball. The big guy rebounds. The little guy takes it away from him. They're really playing ball.
The big guy, Ekman, just came back in the ball game. Schultz went out.
Minneapolis needs two things as far as I'm concerned. If they think they're going to win this ballgame, they're going to have to put on some full court pressure and really get after them.
Smith puts it up and in.
Get intense on defense. And the other thing is they're going to have to move that ball and get the good open shot.
Gall, left-handed dribble into the front court, comes on the near side. Looking for a give, bounce pass Kastner. Kastner fakes, puts it up about 4. He got it. Kastner comes to life with 12 points.
Wow, that was a difficult shot that he buried there.
Smith. Morrow goes in underneath. Miles, he turns from about 4, bounces around and in. 9 for Miles. 61-38 as Morrow chases Gall in the backcourt. Gall comes into the front court now. Left-handed dribble. Behind the back, goes to the right side. Right up the free throw line. Nice move. Won't go. Rebound. Kastner puts it up and in.
Nice drive, but he just rimmed off.
Morrow with the ball, tries to drive, nowhere to go. Double team, bounce pass far side. Smith puts up a 3, don't go. goes off the hands of Miles and out of bounds.
On a three-pointer over there, Dave, and that's going to cost him because he's going to go to I think he's going to go to the line for it. No, he didn't call. He called it after the shot, so they're going to take it out.
I was just going
to have 3 shots.
I just going to see after the guy came down, Royson lost his balance, and I think he just fell on him over there.
Yeah, that's what happened, no doubt. Spartans are really intense on defense. They're really good. That's the ball now is Kurt Skinner, Fergus Falls here.
Coming back in is Clark for Minneapolis, and going to get a rest will be Miller. No, they waved him off. Johnson can't go in yet. Morrow with the ball. In the corner. Tries to drive the baseline. Nowhere to go. Almost loses it. Gets it out to Ekman. Ekman comes plowing through the free throw line. Lays it off the glass and in.
Oh, he's got nice touch for a big boy. Touches the board very well.
That's his first 2 points of the second period here. He's got a total now of 16. Skinner goes in underneath. Kastner, and let's see what they call here.
Kastner drove the baseline underneath, and he got fouled by Clark, I believe.
I think it's Harbin that got the foul that snuck into the ballgame.
Johnson's coming in for Roy for the Spartans.
And going to the line now will be Kastner. Kastner is 0 for 1 from the line as he missed the front end of the bonus in the first period. He's got 14 points. He'll go to the line right here. He's going to shoot a pair this time.
Spartans got nobody back, and they got Clark way down here.
All by himself.
Pearson comes back down to throw some dude.
Kastner missed that one. He's 0 for 2 from the line. Right-hander puts it up, rolls around. He got it. 15 for Kastner, and the Spartans go up 64-40. Into the front court. Smith on the near side. Clark back out front. Ekman, he drives again. Left-hander this time, no good. Rebound tipped away and batted away, and I believe we're going to have a foul called on Harbin again on the rebound.
Oh, this is what happens when you get behind. The kids start just playing one-on-one basketball. Instead of moving the ball, instead of packing it in and getting your outside shots, it's just one-on-one basketball, and the Spartans are too tough defensively for Minneapolis to do that.
That's the second team foul as Pearson brings the Spartans into the front court. Chased there by Smith, goes on the far side. Gall holds it high over his head. Try to go somewhere, nowhere to go in the corner. Gets it back out, gets it in the corner to Skinner. He bumps, won't go. Rebound comes off Clark. Clark flips it to Smith. Smith guns him into the front court. Top of the key, goes on the far side. Morrow drives the free throw line, pitches it back out front. Haben puts up for 2, won't go. Rebound tipped away, batted away, goes off the hands.
Oh, they're riled up about that one because they felt that Freilich went over the back of Ekman, and
I think
they're giving it to. Oh, they are. Okay, they're giving it to Minneapolis.
I think
they pointed the wrong way.
I think the Spartans got away with one there. I think Freilich was over the back, and that's all right. We're not refereeing. Coming out of the ball game is Kastner, and going back into the ball game is Royson.
Spartans have Skinner out there now for Gall playing at that point. Look at that collapsing on the defense, just tremendous.
There, they put it up and in, or up from the free throw line. Morrow did, and coming up to cover up, there was no one there. Pearson picked up the foul. Oh no, they're going to give it to Skinner.
Yeah, beginning of the game, Minneapolis pretty much had their control under the basket, but boy, the Spartans are really helping out on defense now. They're collapsing in there beautifully. That ball goes into the post, and it gets double teamed down there.
Morrow misses the free throw. 12:56 to go. 64-40. Puts this one up, won't go. Rebound Pearson to the Spartans. He gets it off to Johnson. Johnson back to Pearson. Skinner into the front court on the near side. Goes to the top of the key. Stops his dribble, looks for help, gets it to Royson. Royson comes out and helps him. Royson bound pass in underneath. The pass goes underneath again. This time to Freilich, and he's going to be fouled. That was a nice pass that time coming from Johnson.
Oh, it was a beautiful pass. He was covered over on the other side, so Frederick was by himself. He got over to the weak side. I was kind of watching here. I wasn't paying too much attention to what you were saying, I guess, Dave, because I was watching to see what would happen with Frederick, because he really got one in. He got one in the chops that time, but he's got himself back together, and Pearson went over there and fathered him a little bit, and so he's ready to shoot.
Up and in.
This kid's a shooter. We played Melrose last year down in the Christmas tournament, and I'll tell you what, we had him down, and he hit about 4 or 5 threes in the last 5 minutes of the ball game. He can really shoot the ball.
Ekman comes back into the ball game, and Harbin goes out. Freidig puts the other one up and in. He's got 4. 66-40. Smith with the ball. Left-handed dribble comes across the 10-second line. Top of the key comes to the near side. Clark. Clark drives the baseline. Pumps from about 6. Won't go. Rebound high on the board. Johnson for the Spartans.
He's having himself a great game, David. I'll tell you. He's rebounding, he's scoring, he's shooting, he's passing, he's doing it all.
On the far side, Skinner to Pearson. Pearson out front to Roysum. Roysum out. Johnson. Johnson holds it high over his head. In the corner, Skinner. Skinner looking for somewhere to go with it. Pass goes in underneath, intended for Roysum, and was batted away. Turnover for the Spartans.
This game is to give it to the guy that's open, not trying to force things and make some fancy things happen. You gotta give it to the guy that's open. Now what we just saw on both ends. Turnover for the Spartans down on one end, and Clark comes back and does the same thing at the other end.
Dillon, along with Haben, come back into the ballgame. Going out will be Morrow. And I didn't see who the other guy struck down on the bench there. Well, they're going to get it in. Way out front. It's stolen by Skinner on the throw-in. Drives down. Beautiful bounce pass. Pearson lays it up and in. 14. And in the corner. Harbin puts it up, gets his own rebound, lays it up again, won't go, tip, batted away. Big guy on the rebound, number 50.
Well, Minneapolis is really having a tough time scoring. They've got some nice shots. They're just not going for them. And of course, the Spartans don't mind that a bit because they're just playing hard and grabbing on a rebound. That time, Minneapolis got about 3 rebounds. Overall, the Spartans are really playing a nice ball.
Casper, Sorensen, and Goal come back into the ball game. And I think this is where the Spartans got the advantage. Like I said earlier, they're just going to run him. He's subbing.
You bet. And you can hear the crowd and appreciation for the great basketball that the boys that just went out have been playing. And appreciation for the kids that are coming in because they know it's not going to slow down. It's just going to keep up the same pace.
Ekman at the line. He missed his first one. He's 0 for 2 as the right-hander gets ready on the next one. He puts this one up. He got it. 17 for Ekman. 68-41. Goal. Comes up across the 10-second line. Chased out there by Clark. Goal. Tries to go to the far side. Nowhere to go with it. Now he goes into the corner. Comes back out to the top of the key. Coming out to help him was Sorensen.
Helping him out, yeah.
Roysum. Backs off now. Bounce pass. Sorensen. Way out front to Gall again. They're going to run a little off the clock here. In the corner. Sorensen puts it up. Won't go. Rebound comes off the goal of the Spartans. For a little guy, he's got a lot of luck. That ball's coming right to him.
You bet. He just waltzed in there and picked it off in the lane.
Gall trying to go around Smith. Now he does. Free throw line. Pitches it back out. Roysum almost loses it. Oh, and a pass goes in underneath. We're going to have a foul called. Had that pass been a half-inch on this side, I believe Kastner would have dunked it.
Yeah, tried to steal, and he got a little too much of Kastner, so they called a foul on him.
That's a third on Ekman, and it's a 4th team foul. Coming back into the ball game now will be Smith, along with Morrow, and going out will be Dillon and Clark. Spartans will bring it under their own basket, and Roysum will handle. On the far side, Sorensen puts it up, won't go, batted away, tipped out of bounds, and they went off the hands of Miles. Spartans will bring it in again.
They had a good shot, three-point shot from the corner. They're breaking out there. Now we'll see what happens on this one. Roysum keying it in. They got all kinds of movement.
Johnson with the ball in the corner. Tries to throw it out front, but it's picked off. Another turnover. They go in the corner. Morrow drives, comes underneath the backside on a beautiful pass. Hayburn gets his first two. 68-43. Morrow double teaming on Gore, but he brings it right up front, and we're going to have a foul called on Morrow, reaching around, slapping the ball, and Steady gets the iron.
I'll tell you what, if Minneapolis is going to get back in this ball game, they got to make a move right now. They got to get a run going. And it's going to be on good defense and run the ball and make nice plays like they did the last time down. Otherwise, they're out of it. And the Spartans know it, and they're playing good, solid basketball.
Kastner comes in behind the bucket, puts it in for his 7th point. Or excuse me.
Great move by the big guy. Very active. Oh, as he charged up, Dave. He went up high to block that shot, and he didn't think he fouled him. Miles is going to go to the line.
He just made a beautiful offensive bucket and went down the other end and made a nice block here. If they hadn't called a foul, he'd had 2 good ones in a row.
He's pumped up, I'll tell you. He's pumped up. And that's a chance. To win a championship, you got to have people pumped up.
Team foul number 5, and at the line is Miles. He's 2 for 2 from the line. Right-hander puts it up. No good. 70-43, 9:49 showing on the clock here in championship college basketball. Up and in.
It's obvious at this point that Minneapolis is tiring. They're really tiring, and it's obvious at this point that the Spartans have got this ball game under control, and they really liking what they're doing.
All right, if you just saw that play there, they drove the middle, 3 guys chasing out front. Putting it up for 3 is Johnson, and he's got 22 points. He went in there, and he lost the handle. He went and ran it down, and he got it out to Johnson, and he sank the 3.
They went to the other end, and they got it into Miles, and he went in there, and he got fouled.
I believe it's going to go on Royce, his 3rd. I have him down with 4. 6-team foul against the Spartans. Going to the line will be number 55. Jason Miles. Miles averaging 19 points a ball game, and he's got 17 right now, and he's 1 for 3 from the line.
Pearson's into the ball game for Bryson. 4th foul.
Right-hander puts it up and in.
And Bryson. Pronounce that, David. Number 25 for the Spartans comes in for Sorensen.
Bristlands.
Okay.
Well, we're having a little chat with the referee here. We're trying to figure out what's going on. They're going to call the cops over there.
Yeah, I think they're going to throw somebody out of here. I think they're going to throw somebody out. I think they... That's one thing, I'll tell you, folks, sportsmanship. Sometimes I wonder. I've been in this game for years and years now. Sometimes I wonder what's happening because here, how many times do you see where they have to bring over a cop and say, hey, come on, you're out of this ball game, and that's it. What's happened to us? Where's our sportsmanship? I thought we were supposed to come out here and bounce the ball up and down and run and shoot and rebound and so forth and just let it come out the way it comes out. Let the athletes figure out who's going to win and lose and let them play.
Well, it looks right here, Denny, like the athletes kind of approve of that. They went over there, patted the guy in the back as they're escorting him out the door, 2 of the guys. 9:19 showing on the clock here in the second half of the ball game. The Spartans got her under control, 73-45, and we're about set to go now as the referees are ready to give the ball to Jason Miles.
I don't know if that referee is Mike Carr or Carl Bright, but I'll tell you what, I got a lot of respect for him.
Puts it up, no good.
Oh, what a great play by Dahl. What a great play. He just went after it.
Oh, and we may have an intentional foul here. Let's see what they call. No, they're going to call it on Morrow, his third personal.
I'll tell you what, Minneapolis, if you think you're going to get back in this ballgame, you're going to have to get your heads in the game because Zal made a great steal down there and then came down and then dribbled in front, which is an old trick that is used years and years and years. And then the guy was so frustrated, he just ran over him and ended up with a foul.
And with the score 73-45, 9:12 showing on the clock, the Spartans out in front. I'm out on the court. Let's go back to our studio for this work.
New water heater, and you'll get a rebate from Otter Tail Power Company.
That's what my daddy did. We used the money we got to buy Snuffy, Janet, Charles, this new clock, a jump rope, a new bedspread, and here's my new radio and my new outfit.
Replace your water heater and choose off-peak service. You'll get a rebate of $50 to $320 and a low off-peak rate, only from Otter Tail Power Company.
A 45-inch TV and a snowmobile and...
The Westridge Mall is having a celebration Saturday, March 5th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come early and enjoy a free continental breakfast across from Ann's Hallmark. The rest of the day is filled with great family entertainment and hundreds of dollars in prizes to be drawn at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3:30 p.m. The Westridge Mall is a fun place to shop, and Saturday, March 5th is an extra special day. The mall is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free continental breakfast starts at 9 a.m. Come and join us.
Okay, we're ready to go. Pearson pitches it into the backcourt to Goal. Goal into the front court. On the far side, pass in the corner to Pearson. Pearson holds it high over his head, comes out front. Bristling throws the ball over intended for Goal, knocked out of bounds by Clark. Spartans will bring it in. Pearson comes over and will handle it on the near side. Holds it high over his head, looks for a little help, gets it out. Gore drives, pitches it off. Kastner out front. Johnson in underneath. Pearson, he puts it up, he's going to be fouled.
Beautiful pass from Johnson into Pearson, and that's their play again. University of Minnesota uses it a lot. They'll get that guy out high and drop it into the low man. It's a great play.
And that's a dangerous foul. That's number 4 on Ekman, and Ekman's the big gun here for Minneapolis as Pearson goes to the line. The right-hander puts it up and in. First trip to the line for Pearson. He's got 15 points.
He has had a tremendous game here. Not just his points, but he's had a number of assists and he's a floor general out there.
With 8:53 to go, Harbin comes back into ballgame, and they're going to give Ekman a rest with his 4 fouls. Pearson puts it up.
When I'm talking about him being a floor general, I mean defensively. There he is, pointing to who you got and how you're going to do it. I mean, he just does his job.
Clark out front. Comes on the near side, Smith goes in underneath. Dolan, he lays it up and in, and he got 2. 75-47. Easy bucket there. Into the front court comes Pearson. Double team to Goal on the far side. Picked up by Clark. Left-handed dribble, almost loses it, and now he does over and back. Unofficially, I have him with 12 turnovers.
Dave's saying, hey, that's not the way it is, but Ball dribbled it in the backcourt.
Clark brings him
into the backcourt. You're going to turn it over that way.
Clark drives, bounce pass, goes in underneath. Dolan way back out front. Now beautiful pass, goes in underneath the Miles. No good. Gets his own rebound, lays it up and in. Goal. Bounce pass. There's that bounce pass again. It's about a half a foot off, Andy.
Yeah, it's probably about 1 inch off. It was so close that time to get him in there. But Minneapolis is playing a little more aggressive right now and a little more intensity on defense. But man, they're a long ways behind.
The foul goes on Brent Bristland. His first. Going to the line will be number 14. Tony Morrow, he's 0 for 2 from the line with 6 points. Puts it up and in.
We got a 25-point game here, David, and I'll tell you what, only 7 minutes and 56 seconds. I think David is looking at his 4th straight championship.
Puts this one up and in, he got it. Well, they're the only team to repeat 3 times in 10 years, and if it keeps going like this, he'll have his 4th. Gall. But there's a lot of time left. 7:50. Gall with the ball. Pearson. Far side. Bristling. Johnson at the top of the key. Gall tries to drive the corner. Nowhere to go. Turns. Passes back. Goes in underneath. Krasner puts it up, no good. Rebound comes off Minneapolis, and are they running now? Bounce pass all the way down and off the hands of Miles. The Spartans have to hustle back.
Oh, I guess he threw a bounce pass about 3/4 of the court and was right there, but Miles didn't put it in his hands before he took it to the market.
Gall into the front court.
Clark can play, there's no doubt about it.
Morrow with the foul. That's his 4th. 7th team foul. Going to go to the line. I think they'll send Gall to the line.
Now it's no timeout. Now there's an argument between Coach Pivick and the ref, the official here, and I don't know. We got to smoothen this game out some way. I don't know. The only way to do it, I think, is if Minneapolis starts making a few buckets, and the Spartans just counteract them with some good shooting at their end and a good passing, because it's getting rough out here right now.
I think another thing is that officials have to take control of this ball game. They can't let it get away from them now.
That's right. There's some shoving going on. There's some snarling at each other. That gets ugly.
Miller comes into the ball game, and Morrow goes out with 4 fouls at 7:16 mark. At the line will be Gall. He's 2 for 3 from the line with 6 points. He hasn't scored here in the second half. Right-hander puts it up, don't go. Rebound, tipped away, bat away. I believe we're going to have a foul on Kastner over the back. And that would be 4 on him, unofficially. And he's going to sit down.
Well, we're going to see now if the Spartans are just going to play basketball, or we're going to get in a pushing match with Minneapolis. If they just go out and play basketball now, they're going to have themselves a beautiful championship.
Frelick comes in, Royston comes in. Kastner goes out along with Skinner, I believe it was, that went out. At the line will be Miles, Jason Miles.
Spartans take time out there.
And with that, we got timeout on the court. 75-51, 7:15 showing on the clock, second period. Let's go back to our studio for this word.
Fergus Falls Community College is a great place to start, no matter how far you want to go. Quality academics and affordability are just a couple of the reasons people choose Fergus Falls Community College. Call today.
We got to stick around and listen. They got an all. I didn't in the air. Going to the line, Jason Miles. Miles averaging 19 points a ball game. He's got 13 already. He puts us up, rolls round and round and in.
He's a big boy. Good basketball player.
He's 5 of 8 from the line. Right-hander pumps this one up, won't go. Rebound comes off Pearson. Pearson brings it into the front court. Comes to the top of the key, now goes back out front on the far side, Royston. Royston's pass goes in underneath. Johnson puts it up, won't go. Rebound comes in. We got a fight on the far side. And we're going to have a brawl here as number 55 just flattened Royston. And let me tell you something, Big Royston's dad comes out here. They're going to be trouble. And what I just said was we can't afford to lose control of this ball game.
You just said that on a timeout, and I'll tell you, this is sick.
Absolutely uncalled for. The trainer checking with Royson over there. I think he's all right, but he really flattened him, and let's see what's happening here. Way uncalled for. And while we got time out here on the court, let's go back to our studio for 1 minute. Well, Coach, I think it's been a long time since I've seen two sheriffs and a cop on a basketball court in a high school or college game in the Fergus Falls area.
Well, I'll tell you what, we came here to watch the championship game, and we get the championship game, and we get a bonus. We get a championship fight going, too. David, I don't know. Did you call for this, or what was the deal here?
I don't know, but it was way uncalled for, Coach. I mean, he stole the ball, and he got mad. He just hauled off, and he really let Royson have one. They haven't decided yet. They're down talking now to Davey Retzlaff, both officials.
You can see this thing coming, and as you said, the refs have to control this thing. The officials are going to have to control it. And it really was out of their hands at that point. I mean, they'd been doing a good job of calling things, and that's what kept getting the tempers up, because they were blowing the whistles when these little things were happening, so the tempers started going. And bingo, I don't know what happened over there, but boy, I tell you, we saw one big right hand to Royson's face, and it wasn't hurting. Not a good situation.
Well, I can tell you one thing. They got a big guy by the name of Rick Oden out there. There's not too many going to punch him right now.
Well, Rick, great athlete. Great athlete. I had the privilege of coaching Rick at Fergus Falls, and he was just a tremendous athlete for us. And now he's been assistant coach here for Dave Retzlaff for the last 5 years, and he does a great job.
I look over here to my right. I see a prize fighter, Raleigh Harlow. We could probably interview Raleigh about this Bertha Ewell fight.
Basketball game, and what happens so much of the time is that fans get just too involved, you know. And they started it over here, and they had to kick a couple fans out. They got too involved, and now they get into somebody knocking somebody down, and
don't have it. They're coming over here looking for a tape from the TV.
Yeah, he's not going to... I don't know what's happening. Now they're asking for the tape. He wants to take a look at the tape, I suppose, to see whose fault and who did what. And all I saw when I looked over is that Royson got decked with a right hand.
Another thing that's bad about a situation like this, Coach. They decide what they're going to do.
I think the question is, Dave, are we going to eject one, or are we going to eject two guys out of there? It usually takes two guys to fight, but I don't know, you know. All we saw is a blow, and Royson hit the neck. So.
Let's hear what the PA says.
Two coaches of both teams, we'd like to express something that we need to do as human beings. These guys are playing their hearts out to win a ball game, both of them are. Emotions get really high, but let's conduct ourselves like human beings, all of us. And let's support the two coaches.
Gentlemen on the PA system, they're trying to get sportsmanlike here now. The crowd applauding it, but we don't know for how long. 7 minutes showing on the clock. Spartans leading at 75-52. And now let's see where we're at. See what they're going to do. Both teams are still on the benches. Retzlaff talking to his, Fergus talking to his over there. Now,
new game, Dave. We got 7 minutes to play and 23-point lead for the Spartans. It's just a brand new game. I mean, with all this commotion and all this stopping and things, and we're going to see what happens when they come out here. I think we're going to see good basketball the rest of the way.
Well, I certainly hope so. We don't need anything like. Let's check them out. Out comes goal.
It was obvious that something was going to happen there, and when we put it back to the station, you said to me, boy, they're going to have to control this thing, because you could see it, I could see it, and it was just not the way you want to watch basketball. You want to watch good basketball like they played in the first half.
Oh, they called a jump ball is what they called over there on whatever happened, but the possession rule goes to the Spartans, so we're going to play basketball once again. Pearson will handle. Gives it to Gall. Gall comes on the near side, Radai. Radai to Gall. Pearson goes over on the far side. Now they give him the ball as they look at a 1-2-2 zone. They play a little catch. Gall out front. Radai. Radai goes in the corner. In underneath Pearson. He fakes. He lays it up off the rim and in.
Nice pass in there.
Clark with the ball. He pumps up a three-pointer. He got it. Clark with 7. That's his first points of the
guy we were looking for before. I mean, he was a 19-point average, and he hasn't done much. That was a nice pass. Nice shot.
That's his first points of the second period, second half. Pass intended for Freilich is stolen and a turnover against the Spartans. Into the front court comes Clark. Clark looking for a little help. Comes on the near side, Morrow. Morrow looking at a 2-1-2 zone. Back to Morrow. He drives the pumps from the free throw line. Bounces high off, no good. Rebound, Freilich.
Freilich with another rebound. He's been a horse on the boards for Dave Retzlaff, the Spartans.
Radai with the ball. Bounce pass. Gall over to Pearson. Plays catch with Johnson on the near side, Radai. Radai getting under to Pearson. Nice pass to Freilich. Lays it up, no good.
Who got that check?
Ekman.
Morrow got a hand on it. He checked it.
Got a whistle on the play here. Let's see the... That on Gall, I have him down for 3. That is the 9th team foul against the Spartans. At the line goes Morrow. The right-hander pumps it up, bounces around and in. Morrow is 2 for 5 from the line. Just it up and in, bounce around, no good. Rebound, Freilich.
Again on the board.
To Gall. Gall looks at the clock as he passes off, 5:16 to go. And there's another turnover against the Spartans. Going down, laying it up and in is Morrow.
Minneapolis is pressuring a little more now. They put some pressure out at the half court.
77-58. The ball game isn't over yet.
Ball to the bucket.
Whoa. Freilich lays it up and he's fouled.
Great pass from Gall. Half-court pass, locking it right up the other end. Spartans going to have to take the ball in the bucket, Dave. Otherwise, try to play out here. There's too much quickness on the floor.
And I have 5 fouls on Ekman. There he comes out of the ball game. He fouls out with 17 points at the 4:56 mark. And going to the line will be Freilich for the Spartans. He's got 4 points and he's 2 for 2 from the line. He'll shoot a pair. Right-hander bumps it up, won't go. 77-58 Spartans. Todd Freilich, 6'6", right-hander, pumps it up. He got this one. 5 for Freilich. Clark with the ball, fakes a three-pointer, goes to the corner to Morrow. Morrow's bounce pass underneath. Dolan back out. He turns. He got it. Dolan with 4, and it's 78-60. 4:40 on the clock. And there's another turnover. And laying it up and won't go. Rebound comes off Smith. He lays it up and in. 7.
16-point ball game.
It isn't over yet. Goal to Johnson. Johnson fakes. Goes in the corner. Radai. Radai drives. Cross to Pearson. Pearson out front. Goal. Goal. Cross court Johnson. Johnson to Radai. Back out. Goal at the top of the key. He slows it down. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Goal. 8 seconds. Comes to the free throw line. He drives, fakes, lays it up, and he's going to be fouled.
Well, the little guy took it to the basket. That's what you have to do. I mean, you can't stand around outside and let them deflect passes. Take it to the puck. Made a nice move. Reverse dribble and drove it to the line.
Bernie Dolan with the foul. Substitution coming into the ball game. Harburn's going to come back in, and number 22, Clark, is going to go out. Clark looks a little disgusted here. He's got only 7 points, and he's averaging 19.
Yeah, I don't know if he's been hurt because Coach Oden said that he was back with him, so I'm wondering if he wasn't hurt before.
Gall puts up the free throw, and it's no good.
He's having a tough time scoring this half.
He's 2 for 5 from the line. Right-hander pumps this one up. He got this one. 7 points for Gall. 79-62 at the 3:59 mark. Smith with the ball. He pumps up a 3. He got it.
Wow, that was an NBA 3.
10 for Smith. 79-65. Johnson to Gall. Gall, cross-court Pearson. Pearson to Gall. Gall, double teamed. Bounce past Pearson. Pearson fakes. He drives the free throw line. He lays it up. Won't go. Tipped the rebound out. Johnson puts it up. Don't go. Rebound comes off. Smith of Minneapolis into the front court. He's going to take another 3. Won't go. Rebound Johnson. Gives it to Gall.
My goodness, that's a long shot.
You talk about an NBA shot. That was one. Radai tries to get in the front court, and they say no. 10 seconds, another turnover.
Half-court trap on, David, and put a 1-2 half-court trap on, and it's hurting the Spartans.
Well, we're 79-65 with 3:04 to go. Smith comes over. He'll handle it right in front of us. He flips it out to Clark. Clark, top of the key. He's going to pump up a 3. He got it. And here comes Clark. He's got 10.
I'll tell you what, they come alive.
Gall with the ball. They're putting a half-court trap on him. There he gets it to Pearson. Pearson goes in the corner to Johnson. Back out Pearson. To Gall at the top of the key. Way out front by the 10-second line. Gets it to Johnson. Back to Gall. 13 on the shot clock. Pearson on the far side. He fakes. He drives. Gives it to Gall. Gall puts up a 3. Won't go. Rebound comes off. To Clark. To Miles. Miles going to pump on up from the locker room. Don't go. Rebound comes off Johnson, and we're going to have a foul called. And I believe that's going to be 4. Let's see who they called that on. If it's on Morrow, I think he's done.
David, it's part of playing within yourself. You know, the guards were pumping it in from out here, but I don't think Coach wanted to make number 55 Miles to be shooting a 3 from out the top of the circle. You always score more after a pass. Off the dribble, the jump shot off the dribble from way out is not the ideal thing.
Number 54, Schultz, comes in as Morrow goes out. 11 points. Getting ready to go to the line will be Jason Johnson. Johnson, he's averaging 13 points a game for the Spartans, and he's already got 22 here this afternoon.
He's got a great ball game, Dave. He's got a great ball game. Not just his scoring, but the rest of his game also.
The right-hander pumps this one up and in. He got it. 3 for 3 from the line for Jason Johnson. It's 80-68, 2:14 showing on the clock here, second half. Right-hander pumps this up. He got it. 24 for Johnson. Into the front court comes Clark. He puts up a long three. Rolls around. No good. High on the board to Pearson. Pearson brings him into the... No, he didn't. Now he's going to try to bring him into the front court. Looks for help. Gets it off. Red-eye in underneath. Fraley called a load. Lays it off and in. A nice play.
Great ball movement. Great pass. Fraley's playing a nice ball game.
Smith tries a three-point air ball, and Pearson picks it off. He gets it to Johnson. Johnson into the front court. Red-eye, and he's going to be fouled. Whoa, down on the floor we go again. He's going to be fouled. Not intentionally.
Oh, not a bit. They got tangled up. And they came up like men.
That's Sportsman there. Clark helping him up.
It's going to happen.
3 on Clark. Going to the line will be Gall.
Spartans moved the ball well. They moved it again real well there. And Gall was trying to move it, and he couldn't pick it up and pass it. You got to move the ball. You got to move it. Tell you what, Minneapolis made this a ball game here in the last 7 minutes.
Going to the line now will be Gall. He's 3 for 6. Right-hander pumps this one up. He got it. 8 points for Gall. 1:37 showing on the clock. 84-68. Spartans out in front. Gall puts this one up in, bounces around and in. Into the Clark with
those free throws at the end of the game.
Hayburn puts it up, and we got a whistle on the play away from the ball. Let's see what they call. I think they're going to call over the back on the rebound. On number 40, Dillon. I think he went over the back. I believe it was Castner. Let's see who they send to the line. Or Pearson, probably.
Pearson goes to the line, yeah.
Pearson's 2 for 2 from the line with 18 points. Scored 10 points here in the second period.
He has played a tremendous basketball game.
Right-hander up in Coming out of the ball game is Johnson, and you hear a roar for him as number 15, Chris Jaggy, comes in to take his place. As Pearson gets ready on the next one, he's got 19 points, 1:29 on the clock, puts it up and in. Another substitution coming into the ball game. Red-Eye is going to come back in, or excuse me, Brooklyn, and Pearson goes out with a big grin on his face. He knows they got this one wound up.
Happy out play. What a great outplay. What a great.
And out comes Goal as number 21, Skinner, comes back into the ball game.
What a great game for Kevin Pearson here. Last home game at Fergus Falls and all the great games he had for the Otters, and now the last game he'll play for well, I better not. Wait a minute. I better not say that. Is the region going to be here?
We're going to have Wisconsin coming in here.
Okay, so he'll still be playing. You bet. Well, great. That's super.
Smith with the ball. To Dillon, drives the corner. Nowhere to go. Bounce pass. Goes in underneath. Dolan, he lays it up. No good. Rebound, Spartans. Daggy with the rebound, and he's fouled.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Now, Dave's pretty much got his bench in there, so they got the victory here, and I'm happy people to tell you.
At the line for 2 shots, number 15, Chris Jaggy.
When do they play Wisconsin here? Next Thursday? Next Saturday? 1 week? What time?
Dave seems to get the kids from the same towns. You have Kendall here, played for 2 years, and great ball player. They were third both years. Ken Kendall was playing for him.
He put him up and in, and it's 89-68. Smith pumps one up. He got 2. 12 for Smith. 1:04 on the clock. Red-Eye with the ball. In the corner, and a pass intended for Retzlaff goes out of bounds. Minneapolis will bring it in. Last year's champions. This year's runner-up. Into the front court comes Smith. He gives it to Dillon. He pumps up. He got 2. His first 2 of the day. On the far side. Doggy gives it to Rat-Eye. Rat-Eye comes to the top of the key, looking for a little help. And with that, 40 seconds on the clock, rather than give up the ball on a 5-second call, a smart movie calls timeout, 89-72. Let's go back to our studio for this word.
The Fergus Falls Community College Spartan Boosters support Spartan athletics. Membership is on the rise, with over 100 people now proud Spartan Boosters. Recently, the Boosters purchased a new video camera and have allocated money for construction of baseball and softball dugouts. Join the Spartan Boosters today. Cost is $15 for a family and $10 for an individual. Dave Olson of Federated Insurance is happy to help bring you the Men's State Community College Basketball Tournament. Stop in and see Dave at Federated Insurance, 125 North Union Avenue, for all your business insurance needs.
You got a great one, huh?
Had a good time.
When you're done, I'm just going to discuss the TV, and I'm going to do some interviews. We'll continue with radio after that.
Oh, okay. Dougie will handle. He gets it out front. Rat-Eye. 38 seconds on the clock. Rat-Eye left hand dribble right up the middle, all alone, lays it up and in. A nice move by Rat-Eye. 29 seconds on the clock, and it's stalled by Rat-Eye. He's going to drive down, lays it up, won't go. Tipped up and in, and a follow-in by Skinner. 22 seconds to go. 93-72. Driving down and laying it off the glass. No good. Schultz gets a rebound, batted away. Picked off by Dillon. He lays it up, no good. Put up again in there by Schultz.
Well, they had enough rebounds in there, but once you get too far underneath, there's not much you can do. They just kept on hammering on the board.
Deggy with the ball and a cross-court pass, almost stolen by Dolan. It goes out of bounds. Yet Spartans will bring it in with 4.7 seconds on the clock, and I believe Retzlaff has his fourth.
Oh, beautiful.
State championship, and they'll play Wisconsin.
He is tremendous.
Well, that's it. 93-74. As Dave Retzlaff goes down, shakes hands with the coaches of the Minneapolis team. A big win here as the Spartans were seated about third in this tournament, Denny, behind Minneapolis and number one favorite, Mankato Bethany, who the Spartans bumped off yesterday. And now while we wait for them to decide who's going to be the all-tournament team and the all-state team, they have it set up. They're going to do both of them here at the tournament. Let's go back to our studio for 2 minutes.
The Westridge Mall is having a celebration Saturday, March 5th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come early and enjoy a free continental breakfast across from Ann's Hallmark. The rest of the day is filled with great family entertainment and hundreds of dollars in prizes to be drawn at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3:30 p.m. The Westridge Mall is a fun place to shop, and Saturday, March 5th is an extra special day. The mall is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free continental breakfast starts at 9 a.m. Come and join us.
In a recent Minnesota Department of Small Business survey, over 2/3 of area cable subscribers said that the local programming on Lake Region Community Television is an important part of their regular TV viewing.
As selected by the coaches. Some of them have already received their awards as they have made their way home, and we'll recognize them. First of all, from Wilmer, Tim Holtzville. Okay, from Upper Ramsey, Jeff Palant. From Fergus Falls, Chris Kastner. Get himself off the all-station. From Fergus Falls, Kevin Pearson. From Mankato, Bethany, Thad Hellerud.
What a player Thad Hilliard is.
Nick Bison. From Normandale, Myron Bridges. From Mesabi, Pat Lampkins. There you go. From Minneapolis, Archie Clark. From Brainerd, John Miller. From Bethany, Bruce, Jason Bruce. Get along, from Anoka, Ramsey, Alonzo Moulton. From Rochester, Kerry Miller. From Rainy River, Malcolm Light. From University of Minnesota, Kristen Dan Phillips.
That's the all-state team named by the Minnesota Community College Conference coaches. Now the all-tournament team.
From Anoka Ramsey, Jeff Palant. From Anoka Ramsey, Alonzo Moulton. Yeah. From Minneapolis, Jason Hickman. From Minneapolis, Archie Clark. From Mankato, Bethany, Thaddeus Hilliard. From Brainerd, John Miller. From Wilmer, Tim Helper. From Hibbing, Rob Conrad. And from the top, Pat Lamp. Tournament for best players of Now the division champions, Hibbing have already picked theirs up. They were champions in the Northeast. Fergus Falls champions in the Northwest. Please come forward. Out of the South Central, Mankato Bethany.
Well, I didn't win this, I know that.
And the coach's selection as the coach of the year goes to Dave Retzlaff, Fergus Falls. And now for the runners-up, Minneapolis Community College, their individual medals as runners-up in the state tournament, number 14, Tony Morrow. Number 20, Pat Harbin. Number 22, Archie Clark. Number 24, Mike Miller. Number 32, Bernie Dolan. Number 40, Pat Dillon. Number 44, Aaron Smith. Number 50, Jason Ekman. Number 52, Jason Miles. Number 54, John Schultz. And the coaching staff of Jay Pivick, Greg Wheeler, and Ron Gates.
Minneapolis with their runner-up medals, and now Oaks LeGrand will get to announce the championship Spartans.
And to the student manager, whose name I lost, would he please come forward and get his medal? Rick Jurgis. Chris Jurgis. Sorry, Chris. And now if the team would come forward and receive their trophy as runners-up in the MCCC state tournament.
The runners-up from Minneapolis Community College. Spartans 93, Marauders 74. Retz is asking Chet Engelman if he can put the medals on his players' necks, and what's Chet going to say? Forget it?
Special request. Well, these two guys putting on the ribbons and the things are kind of tired, so they're going to let Mr. Retzlaff, I guess, do it. So
I'll shake your hands.
Minnesota State champion for 1994, the Fergus Falls Community College Spartans. Number 11, Brent Gall. Number 15, Chris Dave. Number 21, Fritz Skinner. Number 23, Steve Radeye. Number 25, Brett Bislant. Number 31, Jason Sorensen. Number 33, Kevin Pearson. Number 35, Reed Roysum. Number 41, Jason Johnson. Number 45, Chris Kastner. Number 51, Todd Frelick. Assistant coach Rick Oden. Have they got a student manager? Justin? Justin Retzlaff, the manager. And the coach, Dave Retzlaff. If the team would come forward, receive your trophy as a 1994 MCCC state champion. When do they play next? The Spartans will play in the regional playdowns next Saturday. Time has not been set as yet. I want to congratulate all the teams that have been here and all the great people that were here. Thank you for coming. Drive carefully on your way home.
Well, the awarding of the trophies and the medals is over, and we'll continue our post-game coverage. We'll talk to some of the Spartan players and coaches when we come back on Lake Region Community Television. Our live coverage of the 25th Annual Minnesota Community College Conference Men's Basketball Tournament continues. Thomas Gao Chinese Restaurant features Mandarin and Cantonese food. Tom and Linda Gao have 20 years of experience preparing and serving wonderful Chinese cuisine. Stop in for their luncheon and dinner specials. Sweet and sour pork, cashew chicken, pepper steak, TK wings, and more, including the world's greatest egg rolls. Thomas Gao offers catering, carry out for busy households, and gift certificates make terrific presents for any occasion. Come in and enjoy fine Chinese dining for lunch or dinner at reasonable prices at Thomas Gao, downtown Fergus Falls. The Westridge Mall is having a celebration Saturday, March 5th from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Come early and enjoy a free continental breakfast across from Ann's Hallmark. The rest of the day is filled with great family entertainment and hundreds of dollars in prizes to be drawn at 10 a.m., 1 p.m., and 3:30 p.m. The Westridge Mall is a fun place to shop, and Saturday, March 5th is an extra special day. The mall is open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Free continental breakfast starts at 9 a.m. Come and join us.
Fergus Tire wants to serve you. No job is too big or too small, and they have quality Goodyear tires to match most any vehicle. For their best Goodyear prices, check out the weekly special and take advantage quick. Even if your vehicle doesn't have a need for new Goodyears, Fergus Tire can supply you with Goodyear Certified Auto Service. Make your appointment today for service for your vehicle from the ground up from Fergus Tire, 222 Cavour Avenue in downtown Fergus Falls.
Hello, I'm Perry with the Computer Place. We believe our service and support is best described by our customers.
In choosing computers, we do shop around the competition, and Perry was always very competitive in his prices.
Perry kept telling us that, you buy from us and we'll give you the service. We'll guarantee you good service that you're not going to find anyplace else.
The Computer Place, now at 2 locations to better serve you.
Coach of the Year, Dave Retzlaff, joins us as the state champion. The Spartan men's basketball team will play again next Saturday in the region championship. Congratulations, Retz, and what a tremendous win for this whole team. And we were just talking about it before we came back on. I was listening on the way back from St. Cloud. You took a timeout. You were down 27-19. You went on a run that was 40-6. I've never heard of a run like that.
No, and to have it at a time like this in the state tournament against such a good basketball team as Wasabi is unbelievable. We played so well last night, and it carried over tonight. Minneapolis got their lead. They had some good defensive pressure, and we finally were able to get some things going, and then they got back on their heels, and we were able to maintain that intensity all the way through. And the big thing was we came out with a 13-point lead at halftime and took it another 5 minutes into the game.
You always say that's a critical time when you've got that 13-point lead. The first couple of minutes of that second half can make the momentum shift for the entire second half of the ball game.
Without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt. And, that's always a big part of the ball game. And then it was just a hang-on thing after there, the last 9 minutes or so.
And what play off the bench? Todd Freilich just played a tremendous game from what I heard. And you talk about people picking it up at tournament time, and I don't know if he can play any better. And I don't think he made the all-tournament team, but Jason Johnson, I think, just displayed that to a T here in these 3 games.
Yeah, we had several people. Jason Johnson, Chris Castor, I don't think made it.
Chris was selected, but the ejection kept him off.
I see. Okay. And by the way, the ejection was not for fighting. It was for leaving the bench. He was going to protect the teammate. And it's hard to argue with that, but it wasn't for fighting. But anyway, another one, too, that is an all-tourney ball player for us is Brent Gohl. Yeah. I mean, you can look at Cass and Pearson losing them on fouls the other night, but the one we could even afford to lose less is Brent Gohl. And, he's an MVP, too, for us.
Well, he didn't rest this tournament, did he, very often?
No, I said you can take the day off tomorrow. But Sorensen played so well. Steve Radai gave us some minutes there that were crucial and a big shot. Of course, Todd Freilich just has taken a step forward now, I think, in his play, and really has been a factor in this tourney the last 2 games.
What helped you go on that run? What did you say at that timeout to get him so fired up? And it seemed like when we were listening that you were a step slow, you weren't really reacting well on defense, but after that timeout, it totally turned around.
Well, it'd be fun to take a lot of credit for it, but it's situation more than anything else, and if anything happens, you try and stop a little bit of momentum or a little bit of run. You like to have a couple things that you want to say or want to do or try to reinforce, but sometimes that's all it is. Reinforce what you should be doing, and then along with maybe just taking the break when they're on a roll is a factor. So most of the times those things are not anything too spectacular, and the credit goes to the guys. They just came out and went after it again, had their own run, got back in it, and just kept right on going into the half.
I want to ask you a question. I don't know if you know the answer to this or not, but I heard the officials talking, the state officials with a book saying that it's possible the players ejected would lose eligibility for their next game. And I don't know what the situation is there. Are you familiar with that without researching at all?
No, I'm not, but I don't think it's a problem. Jay Pivick didn't think so because it wasn't for fighting. It was for leaving the bench. Yeah. And as far as I know, that's the situation there.
Okay, that's good to know. And that's the exciting part about this championship. And another exciting part is you get to play on this floor again.
Yeah, that's right. We get to come back here next Saturday. We don't know the time yet. We'd like it to be 7:30 if we have any say on it, but we're going to have to check to see if that determining factor is in our hands.
Do you know who you'll play?
School out of Wisconsin, Waukesha Tech or whatever. They've got a school over there and a player that leads the region in scoring, and they've got a tremendous record, only lost a couple ball games or something. Tell you the truth, I don't have a clue, and I'm not going to worry about that for a little while anyway.
Coach of the Year honors again for the, what, 5th or 6th time, and I saw you pointing to the guys. You know exactly what that's all about.
Yeah, it really is. It's all, that's a player award. There's no doubt about it. It's something that the players garner for you from their success. In the way they played, you know, anybody can look pretty good with the way they came out and got the job done. So that's a tribute to the players, and it's a tribute to Rick also, because if that is any award on my side, why, you know, he's certainly assistant coach of the year in my mind.
You probably should go and help get the net down there. Maybe they'll put that around your neck too. Huh?
No, I hate to have players put anything around my neck.
You still have time for comedy here, don't you?
Yeah, that's right. Hey, we're looking forward to the John Bryan Trim Fest.
Yeah,
here.
when is that? No.
I don't know. We haven't set that up, but John Bryan said that he would go bald. He would shave it for us, and we are looking forward to setting something up where we can go piece by piece, strand by strand, hair by hair.
He said after the Moody Blues concert, though.
Well, I don't know. I don't know why he has to look pretty for some concert. We'll have to. I don't know if we give him any options on this one.
All right, Retz. Congratulations. Great job.
Thank you, Craig, and we look forward to practicing next week.
Very good. And we look forward to being here next Saturday for that region game.
Good
Dave
job,
Retzlaff.
Dave. Thank you.
All right. We're going to talk to some of the players, too. Kevin Pearson's right behind us. We're going to grab Kevin.
Hey, did the job. It's hard to.
MVP.
Right.
MVP. See, Keith can't even talk to him yet. His own brother, because I'm going to grab him one more time. Kevin, congratulations.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Great tournament.
Great tournament, a great feeling.
You know, Retz, you got the Coach of the Year award, and he says right away, it's a player award. There's no question about it. Without them, I don't get it. How do you guys feel?
I guess you could say that. I feel the same way about mine. I mean, I wouldn't do that without the guys that support me around. I mean, they played well, and it's too bad you can't give them an award to the whole team. I guess the trophy is that, but I wouldn't have been able to do anything without them, and it's just a great feeling. We're having a good time.
That's outstanding, and what an effort this 3 days. You guys knew coming in, 3 games in 3 days was going to be tough. What did you talk about before you came out on the floor today to dig down a little deeper and get that enthusiasm, that energy that you needed?
I don't think you have to dig down in the championship game. It just kind of flows to the top. Obviously the legs are a little weary, but you just got to play through that and play hard and have fun, and we did that.
Got a little ugly out there toward the end. Does that take away from it at all?
Yeah, it does, and that's too bad. Something like that's got to happen, but you can't always get away from them, and we just had to play through it, and maybe they fed off that a little bit because they had a little run after that. And so it's just unfortunate that Reed had to have something happen to him, because now he's not going to be able to enjoy it as well as we are.
You know, we talked about a week ago about this. You're halfway there now, right? You got to get through next week and then to New York.
Yeah, we got to win on Saturday, and then we'll have to do that little week thing there and then go down to Florida. So hopefully everything will work out.
You go enjoy. Thanks, Kevin. Congratulations. All right, Kevin Pearson, MVP.
Stay tuned. We'll be naming our quality player of the game next. Every time we cover a Fergus Falls High School or Fergus Falls Community College athletic event on Lake Region Community Television, Quality Toyota Sales and Service of Fergus Falls presents the Quality Player of the Game. We appreciate Quality Toyota Sales and Service involvement in our coverage of local athletics, and it's always nice to honor an athlete for an outstanding performance.
Yeah, you have to, like the Olympics. This is like the Olympics, Jason. You have to stand up here, okay? Here he is wearing the medal and all. This is our quality player of the game for Quality Toyota Sales and Service, Jason Johnson. And Jason, you put together 3 pretty solid games in this tourney. You got to be feeling pretty good about that.
I'm feeling real good. You don't know what to say about something like this. All through high school, you dream of getting a state tournament. You come to college here, and I didn't know if there's a state tournament or what there was, but it's the next best thing to state in high school. I wanted it, and I wanted it bad.
Tell me about your three-point shooting prowess here. You took a few more threes this weekend than normal.
I told Dad I told him, I said, I didn't know what the heck I was even doing out there. I let the things fly. If they went in, they went in, and obviously they went in.
Yeah, they did. You hit them.
I practice them in practice, and it goes down and it goes down. I never hit one in regular season. I think I hit 1 or 2 in regular season. I was like 2 for probably 40. And I came here, and don't know, I just wanted it. I wanted it more than anything.
I was at the hockey game earlier today in St. Cloud, and on the way home we were listening to the game, and I was talking to Chris Sving, and a good friend of mine who was with me, and they're talking about your shooting today, and I said, every time I go through the Spartan gym or I'm at the college, I go through the gym, there's Jason shooting baskets. You're in here all the time when you don't have class.
Yeah, I try to get in here. I try to practice more because it doesn't, to me, it doesn't help to really practice after practice because Retz runs us so much that my arms are so tired. I really don't care to shoot. I was like that in high school too. I always open the gym up for every other person there, and I do it during the summer even. I open it up for the littler guys too. So it's something that I keep on working on. I like to work on it. You got to perfect it, and you got to go for it.
Pays off, doesn't it?
It does. It pays off big time. That's what happens right here.
Last year you guys were disappointed. I know you lost the first round. You played for the consolation championship, lost that game. How much have you talked about this, coming back here and on your home floor again, getting another chance to win a state title? Has that been a part of the whole season, or did it really just come into focus this week?
Yeah, it has been the whole year, ever since last year. I mean, playing Mankato Bethany, it's revenge right there from the start. I think last year we were overconfident going 10-0 in the division. We thinking, who's going to stop us? This year, it was good to lose the 2 games that we did. Coming into the tournament, we knew we can get beat if we didn't play the style of basketball game that we're capable of playing. So it was on our minds all year, and we wanted it.
Jason Johnson, our quality player of the game for Quality Toyota Sales and Service. Thanks for joining us for our live 3-day coverage, and thanks to all our sponsors who made it possible, from the Fergus Falls Community College Gymnasium. For Jay Newman on the camera, John Grunwald running the controls. Thanks to Dave Muckow for covering for me today, and to the Spartan coaches, players, and fans. It's been a great 3 days, and congratulations to the Minnesota Community College Conference state champion Spartans as they defeat the Marauders of Minneapolis by a score of 93-74. You've been watching the Minnesota Community College Conference Men's State Basketball Tournament live on Lake Region Community Television.